Sloka, Kannada, okay.
No.
Sloka number 163, 164. So now the question comes. You say self is primary, self is there all the time. Okay. Without self, nothing can be there. Right? Then why unhappiness also must be dependent on self? No. There must be self also must be having unhappiness or pain or suffering. Because without self, nothing is there. Self is the foundation for everything. Okay. Being so, self also must be having some pain and suffering.
It happens in front of self.
Huh?
All act happens in front of self.
Huh. Everything without self, nothing can happen. Right? Self is the basis for everything. So self also must be feeling the pain or suffering. Okay. So the answer for that, it's our own experience that in the waking state and dreaming state, we go through stress, pain, and suffering. Whereas in deep sleep or in samadhi, then the mind is silent. There's no suffering at all. So what is there in deep sleep and samadhi? Only self is there. The I only is there. The me, which is body, mind, intellect, which is absent in deep sleep and samadhi. So our suffering is because of the body, mind, and intellect, not because of self. And the body, mind, intellect suffering is superimposed on the self. So when the superimposition is removed in deep sleep or samadhi, there's no suffering. And this bliss only, which means the nature of self is bliss. Self has no pain or suffering. Self is like a screen. On that movie is projected. The various character comes, some character kills somebody, some character dies, but nothing happens to screen. Without screen, there is no movie. The self is like a screen on which the movie of life is played. The screen is not affected by any happening. This we can understand in our deep sleep. This we can understand in samadhi. When a hand is cut, we feel the pain. Okay. So say I am in pain, you'll say. But in deep sleep, when there's no awareness of body, there's no body is absent in deep sleep. For the deep sleep experiencer, the body is not there. There's no concept of pain. So from that we can conclude that self itself is independent of pain and suffering. The pain and suffering is superimposed on the self by the mind. So I'll give you another example for that. You are sleeping, and in your sleep you became a princess called Cinderella. Cinderella was kidnapped by terrorists and she was tortured. Cinderella starts crying. Cinderella is in pain. But the pain of Cinderella, torture of Cinderella, doesn't affect the sleeping person. In a sense, Cinderella, the character in the dream, cannot exist without the sleeper. But sleeper is not affected by anything. Similarly, the consciousness, the self, is not affected by any of the happenings in the body, mind, and intellect. It's an appearance in consciousness.